Hey y'all, it's that time for Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, and this month it is the best of the 30 Days of Sketches where I believe people voted and she pulled sketches from each of the series to come out with the best of 30 Days of Sketches. So if you are new to my channel, thank you, and I hope you enjoy watching what I have to share. I don't really do process videos. I don't do voiceovers because it does take quite a lot of time. It takes a little bit of time to just make a video in general, but when you're filming your whole process and doing the voiceover, that takes a lot of time, which is something, you know, when you work full-time and you have a spouse and a home and all that good stuff, you know, it's just I don't have the time to do that right now. And plus I am a very slow scrapbooker, so if I sped it up, filmed it and sped it up, it'd probably still be really slow because I do a lot of fiddling. I have a hard time committing to putting something down, so I just kind of turn the camera on and do a layout share. So for this first day, the first sketch is by Laura Whitaker, and here is the sketch. And the first thing I thought when I saw this sketch is, oh yep, I'm gonna need some multiple photos. Now you'll notice these photos, if you look at the scale of the photos compared to the layout, these photos are really small, and I don't put a lot of really small photos on my layouts because I like my photos and my story to shine. So I went to my camera roll and found some recent photos, and that's what I chose. So I used 3 instead of 4, and they are a larger scale. And here is my layout. Now the papers consisted of 2 different collections, and one of them is the Cartabella Work Hard, Play Hard. I think I had some of the single sheets, and then I had picked up the paper pad from Tuesday Morning when it was redone under Echo Park. So some of it's smooth and some of it's textured, and I can't remember the other line of paper that I used, but it's 2 different lines. As you can see, I did my 3 photos, and I did a little bit of the mixed media, and I just took some black ink, you know, the misting spray. It's probably a Heidi Swap, and just diluted it down with some water, and then just did the smushing where you put it on some packaging and dilute it with water and smush it down. So my page, even though this is really thick paper, my page did buckle a little, but once it gets in a page protector, it'll be fine because I really didn't do very much of that. Just right here in this section, and then I went back with some ink and flicked it to get some of the little spots that you see. I also did some stamping with like to me this is like a glass ring when a glass sweats and you get that watermark if you leave it sitting on a table. So that is what I used for my stamp. I had a stamp of that, so I did do it in those 3 places. And let's see, where did she put her title? Yeah, I pretty much mimicked it. I put my title up here at the top. It's called Redneck Contraption because, as you can see the pictures, that's what it looks like right now. It looks like a hot mess, but it's really not. And I die cut some of these little gears. I have this die cut. It comes in a set. It was actually, I think, a set that was made for cards. And this is just 2 of the little gears that I die cut. and put them, you know, in random places. And these blue gears were actually on a piece of background paper, and I fussy cut a couple of them out. And then here's just some little embellishment with some wording on it, and I covered most of it up because it was like an admission ticket or something, but I wanted the gray in there. Added a couple of stickers here, and the layout did not have a journaling spot, so I just put it over here to the left underneath my embellishment cluster, and it's basically talking about the vehicle, which is a project my husband is working on, and the journaling talks about him taking a 1964 Chevy body, and he's actually putting it on a 2003 Chevy chassis, the drivetrain, and it'll have the air conditioning and all the more modern conveniences of interior components. And he had just gotten the major part of mashing the two pieces together. As you can see, you know, there's stuff hanging out of the engine where he hadn't put everything in. But this was just to do a test drive to make sure it would run, and it did. And you can see here in this bottom picture, that's a motorcycle seat sitting in there, which now he actually has the seats out of the 2003 Chevy in the truck. And he's done some painting here because cars back then had, or trucks back then had all metal interiors. You know, they were trucks and to be used as trucks, and not, they weren't more of a luxury item back then like they are now, all fancy. And so that is what my layout is about. And I just have to tell you this little story because whenever I finish a layout, I take it downstairs and show my husband, and I had laid it on the kitchen table, and he was going to do something on the kitchen table, and he said, "Oh, here, you need to move your layout so it doesn't get messed up." And I said, "Oh yeah, I'm not finished with it." And I said, "I still have to do my journaling." And he said, "Well, that's the most important part." And I'm like, he gets it. All the stuff, to me, the photos and the story is the most important part, and all the rest is just icing on the cake. So that just really tickled me that he gets it. So that is my layout, and I'm going to show you, hopefully, let's see, you can see the sketch and the layout. And I'm going to do my best to get as many of these layouts done, but they're probably all not going to happen, but I'll do as many as I can. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoy watching all the other participants. Check out the playlist, and we'll see you soon. Bye.